Chairman, thank you. Mr. Bradbury, welcome to committee. Nice to see you again. I think that some of the things that, at least one of the things I will ask you has been asked, but I have to do it and hear it from you as well. This is not that topic, but we were clearly involved, this committee, in the FAA reauthorization. We made significant attempts in the FAA's aviation rulemaking role to improve the ability for the FAA to timely provide answers and provide technical standards to enable new innovation in aviation. I come from the air capital of the world, where we manufacture many of the planes that are flown today, general aviation and commercial, and the challenges we face in keeping up with technology and safety are significant, and in part, the challenges are attributed to the need for an additional level of workforce at the department for purposes of completing the tasks, but also having a workforce that has the necessary technical and experience capabilities. You need an experienced workforce so that we can, again, provide safe and highly technical advice and approvals at FAA. What would you tell me to make me feel comfort? In large part, I'm asking you how you will implement the FAA reauthorization bill.
Well, thank you, Senator. And I really appreciate what Congress has done with FAA reauthorization and the support for the aviation system, the safety of the system, but also the technical upgrades that are needed. And that's a major focus I know for the Secretary. We're looking at it in terms of air traffic control, but as you suggest, it implicates all aspects of aviation industry. And it's critical for FAA and Department of Transportation as a whole to stay up to pace with developments in technology. And I think that's a new sort of attitude and approach that's being brought to bear right now by the President and the Secretary across the board. We need the latest tools, we need the latest data and data analytics and computer capabilities. I think that is what the Secretary is bringing to bear and looking at the systems and ensuring that they are up to speed, improved, et cetera. And we need the people at FAA and in the department who are capable and knowledgeable about that. So I mean, it's a big emphasis. Thank you.
I appreciate that. I mean, the promulgations of rules, the policy and guidance has to be timely and accurate, appropriate, and that requires a highly educated, trained workforce, as well as a mindset and leadership that recognizes its importance. This is the question that I think you've been asked before, because this is a very rural committee, but essential air service is a hugely significant component. Kansas has 5 airports that utilize essential air service. We are one of the most prolific essential air service states in the country. And I know that you've written about this, but I think you've indicated in your testimony that you will be supportive of essential air service. And I want to ask that question: do you support essential air service program? And if confirmed, will you support it in your role as the Deputy Secretary?
I will, Senator. The President and Secretary have made very clear firm support for essential air service. It's clear that the Congress as a whole and this committee strongly support it. And I don't know that I've personally written on essential air service. I know some of the theoretical arguments for and against, and the fact that it was originally intended to be temporary. It's obviously important, and Congress has made the judgment that it's here, and we need to support it. So I'm definitely on board with that.
I appreciate that answer, and I'm sorry that I suggested you wrote about something that you may not have written about. Again, I don't know whether this has been asked this morning, but we are still in recovery in Kansas and across the country with the disaster, the tragic accident that occurred at Reagan several weeks ago now. I have an agreement with the FAA, the Secretary, that the operations in regard to the Army helicopters at Reagan will remain paused during the NTSB investigation, and that we would be notified if there was a plan to change that feature. Does that comport with what you know? I should feel comfortable in believing that still to be the case today.
I'm not up to speed on that. I mean, I don't know, but I'm sure the Secretary will follow through on his commitment to you, and I certainly would support that. It seemed to me that was a horrible accident that was entirely avoidable, and just a terrible tragedy.
And I think I've got 19 seconds, but I'll yield back to the chairman. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator.